All right. Well, hello there, beautiful people. I am your SD cousin, Sylvia Teresa, and welcome to the ST experience. So, as you'll notice, I have the same outfit on, but I put my spectacles on because I'm serious about this. I am a creative and I'm serious, but I'm sensitive about my shit. So yes, let us get into it. But before we jump into the chapter, because I don't want to call them episodes, I want to call them chapters. Before we jump in, I did want to say that my goal is to make these episodes, chapters, more digestible, pocket size, if you will. They're only going to be about 10, maybe 15 minutes, depending, because I want you to get the message and then go on about your evening. Think about it, but not have to sit and get some popcorn and watch the whole thing, right? You can do this while you're washing dishes. You can listen to this while you're washing dishes, really. So, 10 to 15 minutes. That's all I'm asking for of your time. Um, Unless, of course, we have a guest, which that's going to be later on in the season that I have planned because I want to get myself surely footed before we start inviting people on and interviewing. But I have a guest list in mind of the people. So that's that. I just wanted to say that really quickly. And now we can get into the chapter. Okay. So raise your hand if you have ever over exfoliated. Okay. It's all right. It's okay. We've all done it. I'm an esthetician, but I've done it before, as an esthetician. Uh, Raise your hand if you've ever overextended yourself in a relationship, even with yourself. All right, we see each other. We see each other. Yes. So that will be chapter 1. Barriers and boundaries. That is what we will be speaking of. How these two B words go hand in hand. Okay. Now, before we jump into how we can identify the over exfoliation and overextension of a boundary, let's define what a barrier is first and foremost. So, a barrier is the outermost layer of your epidermis, right? That is the protective layer of your skin. That's what you see, that's what you feel. This is protecting and shielding your body, right? This is what that is. A boundary, similar to a barrier, is a limit of an area or a subject where something begins and ends, right? So, now that we're clear on the definition, how can we identify the overexfoliation in your skin? Let's do that first. Overexfoliation in your skin tends to look like irritation, sensitization, redness, cracks, peels. You're easily able to be cut, right? Like sometimes if your lips are ever chapped and all of a sudden you go to smile and they crack, mhm, that's not from overexfoliation, but that means that your barrier is compromised, right? So that's essentially what that is. Now, how do you know when your boundary is overextended? Well, that can look a little bit different. That can present sometimes as irritation of the smallest things. That can be almost anything. That can be you saying yes to everything when you really want to say no. That can be even hmm, doing things that may cause you harm, but because you don't have a boundary, you'll do it anyway, right? So that's what it can look like. I want to cut this out, but I'm not going to cut this out because I'm a little nervous, but we're just going to work this through and I'm going to keep this in because I want to show in real time that, again, we're not looking for perfection, but we are looking to get things done and do it. Yes. Okay. So Now, moving forward. So, how overexfoliation strips your skin barrier and the protection of your barrier. Overextension, okay, does the same thing. When your barrier is compromised, everything irritates you. When your boundaries are compromised, everything drains you. See what I did there? This is why I have notes. This is exactly why I have my notes. So I say this to you as I say this to myself. We kind of ignore those early signs, and then this is what causes the damage within our skin or within our boundary, which essentially is hurting our spirit, our soul, our energy, right? So how, once, since we've already identified it, how do we repair? One, since we're going to go with skin first, put down the exfoliator. Put it down and step away from the actives. Now, actives can be considered the ingredients that are specifically to target a like a specific skin condition, like you have hyperpigmentation or you have acne. And an example of an active would be salicylic or vitamin A, which is like a retinoid, or a glycolic acid. Now, note I'm saying acids, right? Glycolic, salicylic, those are acids. All acids are not created equal. Okay, let us be very clear. All acids are not created equal. However, if you are noticing that your barrier, your skin barrier, is feeling irritated, but you're using a salicylic every day, let's not use it every day, okay? Let's try to cut that back if we can to maybe 1 to 2 days per week while we rebuild our barrier. And I would even say stop it altogether while your barrier repairs, right? So, also, gentle products only. Now, gentle products in your cleansers, your moisturizers, so that's going to include, again, no exfoliating, right? And also, acids are exfoliating. Outside of just physical exfoliation, there are acids that are exfoliating, salicylic, glycolic. There's a few other ones, but we're going to stick to the ones that I know that people know off top, and the main ones that we tend to use. You don't need to use that every day. You don't need to exfoliate every day. Daily exfoliation is what will compromise your barrier. Okay? So, in order to repair that, what you want to go ahead and do is make sure that you're using gentle cleansers, things that have no acids, a cleanser that maybe has a little chamomile in it. I love, as a matter of fact, there is a chamomile cleanser that I can't think of the name right now. I use them all the time. Uh, Eminence. I had to look over. It's over there. Eminence. It has a chamomile cleanser that I love, and I use that all the time. And I especially use it for winter because it is also a creamy cleanser, which I have dry skin, so it really works for me. But what you definitely want to do is make sure that you are using lipids and fatty acids. Again, all acids are not created equal, right? Things that are going to help repair the barrier that we've damaged. So, again, gentle cleansers, gentle moisturizers, and be mindful of the serums, right? Even with the serum, you can use a niacinamide. Be careful of the formulation because some tend to be stronger than others, but the niacinamide generally tends to help with redness, irritation, and things like that. So, be mindful of that. Hyaluronic acid, that is a great way to help with the water retention or putting more hydration within your skin. Really quick, I learned how to say, or I learned how to pronounce hyaluronic from Eva Longoria in, I think it was like years and years ago, from a L'Oreal commercial. And she was like, hyaluronic. So that's how I knew, like, I had learned it. That's just small Snapple fact for about me. So, oh man. So other things that can help with your barrier repair right? Once it has been compromised, is using an occlusive also, right? Which would be considered Vaseline, shea butters, squalane, which also mimics like the oil that your skin naturally produces. So I would definitely say go with that first. And because it also depends on your skin type. So always go with what your skin is, refer to your esthetician, or reach out to me and we can go through some things if you have questions about what your skin type is and what you can use to help repair your barrier. That's what I'm here for, right? Okay. So now we can go to boundary repair. One of my favorite things to do with boundary repair is rest. Sometimes you just need a nap, okay? If you have been overthinking, running around, trying to do this, trying to do that, take a nap sometimes. And whatever you've been thinking about, sometimes it comes to you after that, right? Rest. Just rest your body. Next would be, or even before that, you can, take a shower. I think there is something so spiritual and healing about water. If you're in a hot shower, I'm not suggesting that you use a hot anything except for a hot towel. I'm an esthetician, so I'm not supposed to tell you to use hot anything, but I like a hot shower. I'm just going to admit that. I'm going to be honest and say I love a hot shower. And I love a shower because, one, I tend to think a lot. I tend to get some of my best ideas in the shower. But I find that afterwards, I feel so much relief and I feel cathartic almost when I'm in there and I'm just able to wash away whatever the day has gone on, whatever has happened on during the day, whatever's going on, wash away. Take a shower. Next would be big one. Something that can help repair a barrier, saying no. Oh, I know that's a big thing. That's kind of hard. Something that we can start doing, and I say start small with saying no is say no to the fries. If you know that you're not supposed to be eating carbs, say no to the fries. Sometimes it's easier to build these boundaries and say no to yourself so that way you can say no to other people. Start practicing your no with yourself. So when other people ask you, it's a hell no. It's easier to say hell no with them because you've already told yourself no. Yeah? Okay. All right. So we're nearing the end of this. I feel like this went a lot faster than I thought, but again, this is my first video. I feel like we're here with it. Let me stay focused. So protect your barrier, protect your boundaries, because both of these B words are how the world responds to you and how you respond to the world, right? Okay. So, oh, all right. We are good. We're good. We are on time with this. How about that? We're on 13 minutes right now. Okay, cool. So I completed this video. Okay. Bear with me. Next video, I promise, will be I feel a lot more organized. I think I'm feeling nervous and I'm trembling, waiting for this video to end. No, stop. Oh, okay. Let me get back on track. But I just wanted to say thank you all if you have stayed this long throughout the video. We're about to hit 15 minutes, as I said, 15-minute-ish. So I just wanted to say thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you for liking, for sharing, for subscribing. If you are going to do so, I promise we're only going to get better from here. Because if this is what the first video is, oh, baby, we could do this. Oh, I can do this. I can do this. Absolutely. So, as I say to you, nope, nope, nope. I say to myself, as I say to you, because that's how this works. Everything that I'm telling you, I promise you, I have either done it, uh, have done it, or currently working on it. Okay? So everything that I'm saying to you, I also say to myself. So for this week, I'm going to say, I have to work on this outro, but I'm going to say, be intentional. Notice the areas of your life where you are overexfoliating, overextending yourself. If in your skincare routine or your boundaries within your life or within your relationship, even if it's a relationship with yourself, because sometimes we don't have boundaries with ourselves, which then that ends up in issues of financial straits in different areas or whatever, right? A whole bunch of things. So be intentional. Notice these things. Okay. And with that, I'm going to say thank y'all so much for watching. And beautiful people, I will see y'all next Sunday. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. And I hope something surprises you.